Wagwan. Ogenki deska. I try to figure out which one of my crowns I must put on today. Okay, this one definitely can't fit. These were given to me by elementary school kids. And yeah, that's how it is in Japan. Like, it's literally, it's the thought that counts. They wrote some things in here, but I'm not even sure what it's saying. Maybe it's my name and stuff. Oh, this one is nice. Katie of many colors. My crown of many colors. Sunshine. They crown me sunshine. They even say crown me sunshine. Yeah, as I was saying, in Japan, it's literally the thought that counts. You will go to work and you see like some chocolate on your desk, or you just see like a little bag with 2 tea bag or something like that, and you're like, wow, this is so nice. I've learned to appreciate the little things so much since I started working in Japan. And it's like kids take the time out to make something like this. You appreciate it, you know. And sometimes I look at it and I'm like, if it was in Jamaica, right, and somebody put a little bag with 2 tea bags on your desk, or say, oh, here is 2 little tea bags. I'm just imagining like Jamaicans would be like, they couldn't buy a box of tea bag. 2 tea bag? Seriously? No, what 2 tea bag can do. You couldn't buy a box of tea bag. Even if they don't say it like outright, they probably hide and talk and say, boy, this a supervisor here, meanie. She really and truly come and get everybody 2 tea bag. Like, if I bring like a box or something, it shares for all these teachers, and they're so grateful. I mean, they're not pretending, because as I said, it's the little things that count. So they're, arigato gozaimasu, thank you, thank you, thank you. And they cherish it. And I've learned to do that too. So I have a whole lot of these little origami stuff and things that the children make, and even teachers, because it's a kawaii culture where you'll find even adults, they have like little cute things on their desk. You're not too old to have the kawaii, because you know it's anime country and stuff like that. Anime country. But you know what I mean. It's the little things that count. And what I like too is that they don't trouble people things. Like, for example, I didn't go to work for 2 days and somebody went, oh, this is something that they do. If they go out, or like they travel to another prefecture or another country or so, they'll come back and they will bring what is called omiyage, which is souvenir. And for the school that I'm at now, there's like a little lunch room with a table. You can watch my video where I made the sweet potato, and they put it on there and everybody just take. You probably can put a little note. And they do it also when they're having like somebody get married or just have a new baby. They are the ones who actually bring the omiyage and give to everybody else. They also have a culture where they put together like money and give it to that person who is getting married or is having a baby. So that is nice. But the person who has gotten married or had the baby, when they return to work, they bring omiyage, they bring souvenirs. And so if it's like a box, everybody get one, a little one, if it's a box of chocolate or a little snack. And it is just so sweet. It's a thought that counts, you know what I mean? And you will be leaving the school and they bring you a bag of papers with kids writing, oh, thank you. And so you've watched video to see, and you've seen my little board with this whole heap of, I'm like, wow, I don't even want to throw these things away because it's so cute. You know what I mean? I really appreciate that. So nobody's complaining like, if you really go England and come back and bring this, him couldn't bring one Gucci bag for me. Seriously. Look how me and him talk good. You know, we as Jamaicans, hey, we're different, you know. Yeah, so that's very nice. And what I also like, as I was saying, they don't trouble people things. So, for example, something is left on my desk because every teacher gets one or two. And so, even if you're not there, it's left on your desk. You rest assured, you're going to go back and see it. I've worked at desks before where there are like stuff in the drawer. And once I see people things, leave them. So I know that obviously must have been somebody who was sitting there before, but if the person is cleaning or whatever they're doing didn't throw it out, make it stay right there, you know? The like the little omega and stuff, they put them in there and nobody trouble them. Nobody don't say, you know, him never come and work, so make me name female. And it spills over. And this is one of the reasons people would look beyond the little things and just say, oh, let me just stay in Japan because it's so much better than America, maybe. Yeah, a lot of Americans, not just Jamaicans, think that Japan is better in some ways, but Americans too believe that because it's safe, peaceful, like you can fall asleep with your iPhone in your hand. Most persons here have iPhone, by the way. There's a thing about them, they love to keep things in line, and that is why they are who they are now in terms of being in the G7 and in terms of being the third richest country in the world. Because though it is that, as I said, that there's not much flexibility, but it works for them in some ways where everybody coordinates. There is homogeneousness, homogene. You know what I mean? It's a homogeneous society. So what one person, and they work as a team, and the teamwork is displayed from school. So, okay, I was just giving a scenario where you fall asleep with your iPhone on the train, your iPhone will drop out of your hand, it might drop because that's another thing. People mind their business. Some persons might, and it's kind of rare, see it falling and pick it up and say, hey, your phone is falling, but otherwise it's going to fall. You have to wake up, pick it up. The point is, them not thief. Thief, they're everywhere. Don't get me wrong, there are thieves everywhere, okay? And unscrupulous and unfair and unjust people everywhere. So I'm not gonna say it's perfect, but in comparison and in relation to other countries where you have to, like even me as a Black woman, I can't remember being harassed in a certain way. Like, you know, a lot of persons in America would be worried about walking at nights. Of course, you still have to be careful, but because things do happen. Things do happen, and they know how to keep it away from the world per se and try to cover up things. But things do happen, but when it happens, it's a big shock because it doesn't happen so much. You know what I mean? It doesn't happen so frequently, and it doesn't happen so in such magnitude where you are so scared then per se. Because in my city, I only heard of a great big something one time, and guess what it was? Them said there was a man walking with a long sword. Man walking with a long sword. I said, oh, Jesus, I walk with a long sword. I have to be careful. Everybody was a big thing, but of course, you have to be careful. As me say, it is not where you're going to the supermarket and you have to be like, okay, where's my phone? Where's my phone? Let me make sure. As a matter of fact, let me bring the banger. Jamaicans, we know, do it. No, but it's true. Let me bring the banger because me I got half a tree. Let me bring the banger because me can't bring my iPhone because they might take it away. And let me something there. You don't have to worry. I've lost my coin purse once. Yeah, coin is a thing here. Like they use a lot of coins. So it's not like in Jamaica where we pour like a church mouse and we are dash a coin. Me hate see the something yes, man. Cashier give the change up. Oh, no wonder to know. Now that's why we stay, always stay. Them people here $1 drop. Mm-hmm. So coin purse is a thing. So I lost the coin purse in a big mall. Everybody know about Aeon Mall. Once you come to Japan, you will know about and hear about Aeon Mall. I was like, oh my gosh. I went to the information section and they just asked me some description of the thing. And I told them and they just gave it back to me. And when we look everything in there, and a lot of persons can testify about this, it is so peaceful to know that you can leave your stuff like any human being will make mistake. Your things can drop out of your bag and you go and find it. You look. It is so nice. I mean, it is so nice. It make you just relax and rest. You can travel with your MacBook. You know what I mean? And a lot of persons will say, don't compare first world with whatever. Listen to me. I do not subscribe to the point that because we're poor, we have to behave in a certain manner. There are more poverty-stricken countries. Don't behave so. So don't come to me with that. Poverty has nothing to do with a person's behavior and mindset, and I'm just so upset and tired of the whole behavior of these people. Them boy don't grow with love. Them boy they don't grow. Them boy they say yo man not live for a dog, and them only just create mayhem in the society where you can't walk properly with a little phone. Come on, man. And them same boy they tell them say come me. I have a little thing around the back, like a little grass, some grass for chop out, and me repair. Mummy, at this me no mummy, but them would want take away the lawnmower. You understand what I say? So come back to Japan. Come back to Japan. I'm not making a comparison, but I'm just saying there are no excuses for the behavior that is being displayed right now. And so a lot of persons prefer to just stay in the little what's going on here and just relax instead of going back into the crosses and the worries and the trouble. And I wonder if that can happen, man. They have to go. You're going downtown, you have to put your money in there. And we are almost something there. Yeah, that's what I say. People walk here with them big stash or something. You see them with the little crossback full of money. Yeah. So the peace is something where people stay, and the justice system, right? I'll give you a little story. So I was at work and I heard that we need to check out some stations because them take my father off the road. I said, take up my father. What do you mean take up my father? I mean, them take up your father. So I said, but my father gonna work. How them take up my father? My God. Call every station. I call. Finally hear that he's in half a tree. I went there. When I went there, the first thing the man going to look, me see my father in there. I say, good afternoon. Before I could even say this, I'm his daughter, whatever. The man was like the policeman. I would a pretty girl there. You can just imagine. From morning, my father was on his way to work and they stopped him and he showed them his ID. He was working at a prominent organization and they know this. But listen to what I say no. Them take the man and have the man in our handcuff behind them and behind the chair like this in a AC. The man a tremble, hungry, all day. If the man never have nobody, what them would have do to him? Pin on something I talk about mistaken identity. When they realize how intelligent I was, I must start talk to them and I said this is against the law because where he wasn't supposed to be held there for that amount of time. They were supposed to question or whatever and then bring him. Somebody say, oh, him scammer. Oh, child. Whew. I'm still upset. That was years ago. And I'm just trying to say that the justice system, like once it is that them find that you probably don't have anybody, they can pin things and it happens. But here, you can almost be sure that when them say who did the thing, did it. and justice is going to be served, and it's going to be served in the right way. Remember when I spoke about the leniency and how strict it has its place. But again, as I said, balance is very important, but it has its place, because you can't, a policeman, they are professional and they will smile at you and say, okay, give you a little warning and make you go. Them not harass you, but don't, boy, you take out, like in a Jamaica, the leniency and the whole heap of freedom bring corruption. So that's the other thing, because they know you're going to be punished for this, whatever you do, you make sure you be careful. You understand? You make sure be careful, because the punishment is not going to miss you, and it's going to be harsh, especially as a foreigner, because you don't know every country prejudice towards them own citizens and stuff like that. So that is a big reason why people want to stay here. Yeah, I mean, would I say, yo, go back to Jamaica, go America. You want me to prefer stay in Japan? Right now, I think I would rather to stay here than America. I don't really like America. Yeah, man, it's a big thing. And once you are an introvert, I'm not an introvert, I'm a simple extrovert. So if you look at the simple extrovert channel, you'll see a different side of me. I'm not pretending. That's who I am, because I live in the countryside and I just conform, and it's peaceful. You understand me? You're riding past one little shop with some oranges, and you just put 100 yen in the little box, and you're gone by your business. Nobody not thief the orange them. Those things are peaceful. You understand? So if you don't mind your personal space, and every now and again you go out, you go to a club, or you go to a little bar, or you go to a little party, or a little get together, and just get a little fix, a little social fix, and then you come back in your shell and stuff, you're a good man. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. I don't think it can be boring and feel like lonely and stuff, but once you're introverted and you're not really worried about certain things, you'll be all right, because at least you'll have that peace of mind. We'll talk again sometime. See you in the next video here. Boom bang. I'm out.